Kymco Downtown 300i problems. The Kymco Downtown 300i is a scooter that was launched in 2016. This scooter has a few problems that customers have noted. One of these problems is that the battery drains quickly, which can be frustrating for any Kymco user. In addition, the braking system of the Downtown 300i scooter is said to be unreliable, which can lead to accidents. Users of these scooters can have very different riding qualities depending on their experience and riding ability, which is why, in this section, the brakes, the issue is more of a matter for the rider in question. If you are not used to using the brakes on a motorbike, you may have some differences when trying to stop on this scooter. The Kymco Downtown 300i is a great scooter, but like all scooters, it has its problems. In this video, we will discuss the problems with the Kymco Downtown 300i. Problems with the Kymco Downtown 300i. The Kymco Downtown 300i is a great scooter if used correctly. Firstly, the engine of the scooter can be very unreliable. This means that when we hit a bump in the road or start accelerating too hard, the engine can suddenly stop working. If you are an experienced rider, this is probably not a problem for you, but it could be dangerous for someone else who is not so experienced with scooters. In addition to these problems, there are also problems with the brakes and gears. Starting problems with the 300i center. Kymco 300i owners have experienced problems with the scooter. The most common problem is that the scooter will not start. Other problems include low oil levels, difficulty changing gear and a weak engine. If you experience any of these problems, it is important that you take action as soon as possible. First, try turning the key several times to the off position to ensure that the battery is not flat. If the scooter will not start, try using a different battery. The battery light comes on. First, it is important to check if any of the scooter's lights are flashing or not working. If one of the lights is not working, this could be an indication that there is a problem with the battery. The appearance of oil in the fuel. The problem is that the injector does not close properly when the engine is switched off. This means that the air-fuel mixture in the cylinders is not being fed efficiently into the engine. This can lead to reduced power, low fuel consumption and, ultimately, engine failure. The appearance of a noise coming from the engine. The Kymco Downtown 300i is an excellent touring scooter, but it has shortcomings that can cause problems. Another of the most common problems with this scooter is the crankshaft, which can basically cause skewing. This problem can be easily fixed by replacing the crankshaft, but it is something to consider if you are thinking of buying this scooter. Because no one wants to buy a scooter knowing about this weakness. Fuel consumption of the Kymco Downtown 300i. The Kymco Downtown 300i is a great cruiser scooter that many people enjoy using. However, there have been reports that the bike consumes more fuel than expected. Some customers have said that the bike consumes up to 30% more fuel than other bikes in its class. This could be a problem if you plan to use the bike for long distances. If you're looking for a great cruiser that is also affordable, the Kymco Downtown 300i may be a good option for you, but keep these parameters in mind. Translated with www.The engine problems. The Kymco Downtown 300i is a popular motorbike known for its reliable engine. However, there are some engine problems that riders may experience. One common problem is the motorbike's fuel injection system. This can cause the engine to misfire and produce poor performance. In addition, the motorbike's air-cooled engine can also experience problems if it overheats. In these cases, riders may experience a decrease in power and difficulty starting the motorbike. Finally, the Downtown 300i suspension can also be problematic in high-speed conditions. This can cause rider fatigue and decreased control over the motorbike. Electrical problems. There are some electrical problems that riders should be aware of. One of the problems with the Downtown 300i is that its battery can drain quickly due to low voltage. If you cannot charge your scooter's battery when you are not using it, it may not start at all. This can be frustrating if you need your scooter for work or commuting. Another problem with the Downtown 300i is that its brakes may not work well in wet or icy conditions. If you are riding the scooter in wet or icy conditions, be sure to bring extra gloves and brakes if necessary. If the brakes do not work well in these conditions, you may end up in a crash or have difficulty stopping the scooter safely. Suspension problems. Many riders have experienced problems with the scooter's suspension when it reaches a high speed, which can make riding uncomfortable and potentially dangerous. If you are having problems with your bike's suspension, it may be worth taking it to a mechanic to have it checked. Conclusion. What are the problems with the Kymco Downtown 300i? If you're having problems with your Kymco Downtown 300i, it's important that, before the situation worsens or you have any kind of mishap, it would be worth taking it to a mechanic to have it checked out. Unfortunately, some of the most common problems this scooter can experience include a faulty ignition, worn or damaged parts, and malfunctioning instruments or controls. If you take a close look at these tips, you may be able to resolve any problems before they lead to more serious problems.